gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The race starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
That's right. Are you ready for a new season, a new era for Midwest Motorsports? It's the Road Series Season 8, and we are going mixed class GT3s and GT4 on the track at the same time. We're starting the season off at Motegi Raceway in Japan. Qualifying is underway, a split qualifying as well. Ron Kabiltis has put the McLaren on pole for the AM division. Right now, the GT3s are currently underway with 5 minutes left in their qualifying session before we go for a split start for 60 minutes. I'm James J., joined by Adam Sondag. Adam, are you excited about this next season as I am?
Yeah, I can't believe we're already here. Seemed like a short run there from the off season, but that was a month ago now. So the holidays really kind of washed that all away, but we're here. We've got an entire new class of cars, a lot more power, a lot more sound here, as Jason Phillips is hearing from Justin Thaler's Dark Horse, which is notably loud now, and a newer track for us as well.
You could hear it coming from a mile away. Another thing you might hear tonight is Chase Fincher in the booth with us. Last season's champion joins us for tonight's qualifying session. He's sitting out qualifying tonight and going to talk us through his season and what we're going to expect to see in mixed class racing after experiencing last week at the Nürburgring. Chase, how are you tonight, and what do you think we're going to see?
James, Adam, how are y'all?
Good, brother.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this season. Honestly, I'm taking a completely different approach from where I thought I would have started. I kind of want to work more on racecraft and working through a field. Spent all year or all season last season battling up front, trying to just maintain a consistent pace. And I think now it's time to focus on working through a field with cars of different pace and see. Now, it's not really, I wouldn't call it a last to first challenge. That's not what I'm focusing on, but I think I can grow as a driver by doing this more than I could fighting up front this season.
Yeah, sure. That sounds exciting. It's definitely going to put on a show for us. So I think we're winding around, going back uphill through the winding S's of the Twin Ring Mobility Resort, Motegi, I should say now. You want to talk us through maybe your favorite section of the track as we're coming up to the last little short stroop before coming back down the hill?
I do like the fast uphill into the left and right hander. I think that actually the last half of the track is very fun and rewarding when you get it right.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate, I think it would be turns 3 and 4. I absolutely hate them.
Mm-hmm.
This McLaren with the fixed setup, the rear end will not stay planted. So you have to tiptoe out of it and you basically scrub all your momentum. But
what about here where Shea is now?
Yes, I love this section. Being able to cut those two corners and set up for a good exit is absolutely crucial, and the Porsche does a really good job of putting the power down. It's kind of like the 570 in the sense if you can get full power and really utilize the grip coming out of the corner just based on the engine placement. As I say that, he gets a little squirrely, but yeah, the McLaren would have been in traction there and slowed down too much. The Porsche just seems to keep powering out.
Last time by, that we went purple to the pole for Shea McNeely. Looks like he's going to get one more qualifying lap.
Yeah, we haven't had him with us regularly in the past while, so it's good to have him back. Hopefully, him and Brian Coxon together. Brian Coxon purchasing Shea this track probably an hour or two ago. So this is Shea's computer's first time seeing this track.
Yeah, they were already throwing shade at each other earlier. It was fun.
No longer racing back to back in their dorm room, I believe.
It's just now Chase above him.
As we're watching qualifying, the top 6 cars are all within 3 or 4 tenths of a second of each other. So the battle is on early. Remember, this season we're going to have qualifying points. So up to 35 points for the pole winner. Is that going to make a difference as the season plays out? The bonus points there, Chase. Are you looking at points for qualifying?
Yeah, actually, the new point structure is pretty interesting. I kind of wish they would have had that last year. Races are worth, or positions are worth less this year, but you have more bonuses for your qualifying effort. A clean race is only 5 points, so that's not really, I don't think that's really going to be a make or break this season. But I did notice position 2 through 7 are all only pretty much 2 to 3 tenths apart from each other, which is pretty telling for the overall pace of the league here. I think everybody's very close. I think people are getting more confident with these cars as time goes on.
Some familiar names up front: Shea McNeely, Jason Phillips. Jamil Gummer is Atlanta Motorsports Park pro driver. As well, Travis Rowe, Brian Coxon, Jesse Coffey, Jack Lucas. We're going to have an awesome GT3 race with time expired, so it's finished the lap you're on. Don't forget also bonus points for positions gained, +5, and the most positions gained actually gets a 10 bonus points as well. So
look at Coffee, P3.
Awesome. Jesse Coffey going up. Never know what we're going to see. A finger Chase, we really appreciate you coming in, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
For talking to us, and we look forward to doing this again some more. And we'll let you go so you can get in and get all your fans set up right, blowing over the right places, and getting ready for the 60-minute race. We'll be watching for you. Good luck.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Take care. Good luck.
That's Chase Finger, last season's champion. Great to have him join us in the booth. And
yeah, he really last season just went to another level than we saw from his first season here. I think, and you could hear right there his confidence and his desire to work on his driving. I didn't know until toward the end of last season that he had even been in the Gran Turismo Academy competition such, and so he's had a history of driving. So you can see his approach there, wanting to improve his skill. So that's exciting to see, and we'll see how that starts to play out tonight and how this traffic handles for people.
That's right. Traffic. We didn't get to ask Chase about traffic. We wanted to definitely give him enough time to get back into his rig. Conditions look perfect. The Tempest system looks like it's going to play nice with us tonight. No rain. I also see, once again, split start tonight. So we're going to see how that for the first time. So much to look forward to as we get this season underway. From Mobility Resort Motegi, Adam, they're going through the driver's briefing now. What do you think Josh is telling them? And I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, so there are a number of things that are new, right? The qualifying bonuses, so those have been explained before qualifying. The qualifying process itself that we just saw last season, AM and Pro GT4s would take their qualifying at the same time. Everybody fend for themselves. Now we have the GT4s and the GT3 separate. So the GT4s get the first half of qualifying and the GT3s get the second. So now we've got a little more structure. We need a little more listening from our drivers. The start will also be separated. So the GT3 drivers will go at the green, and then the GT4 drivers will be released a few seconds later. So it is some different stuff now. We've got different speeds in the car, so we'll see how that all works out. It'll be a lot to learn, but I don't foresee any troubles.
According to last week, the GT3s will pit twice, and the GT4s still only one stop to make 60 minutes. Shea McNeely ends up on the pole with Jason Phillips second, Jesse Coffey, Jamil Gummer third, Second row, I'm sorry, Travis Rowe, Brian Coxon, Jack Lucas, Jason Wahlberg, Justin Thaler, Steve Hansel round out the top 10. 19 GT3s and 24 GT4s as the grid scrolls around. Congratulations to Ron Kabiltis for putting it on the pole. Landon Sprinkle will share the first row with him. Nicholas Aslan 6th, Dan Gish P5. New names, Ian Silva, also great runner in the truck series, joining us from Australia. Christopher Hopper qualified inside the top 10. Cars are gridding up. You can see the 43 car field. New season, new overlay features for the broadcast. Thanks to Adam for getting that hooked up. It looks beautiful. There's so much goodness going on in this Midwest Motorsports League. Midwest-motorsports.com is where you can sign up. And we are rolling off. Shay McNeely is going to be the control car at this twin ring Motegi, Mobility Resort Motegi. There's the track map, 14 turns, 2.5 miles. Perfect conditions. Thanks to all the Midwest Motorsports admins for making this league happen. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Send us a chat. Tell us who your favorite is as they're going through the final chicane onto the start-finish straightaway. Shay McNeely in the Porsche is the control car. And it's time for Midwest Motorsports Season 8 to get underway.
It's time!
GT3s are off. Shay McNeely gets a good start, 2x2 all the way back. As the GT4s also now roll across, and GT4s are underway with Ron Kabiltis taking control.
That's cool to see, man.
Great job. Great car control by everybody to keep it clean and just in time. We'll see how long it takes to come around lap traffic. Two stops. Looks like Michael Odell's first one, two file double wide back there. So two stops for the GT3s, more than likely. So far, everybody's being clean. Remember, the first lap, 4 X's and above will be reviewed after the race. So lots of incentive to get it right on the first lap. Jesse Coffey being challenged by Jason Wahlberg. Might take a little while to get familiar with the new paint jobs this season. Jason Wahlberg looking aggressive.
Yeah, don't check your screen. If you think that Travis Rowe and Jesse Coffey look the same, because they are.
Slight differences, thank goodness, for me and Adam. Jesse Coffey's got a blue accent, looks like. Travis has got a little more
Green and purple.
green and purple. There you go.
Yeah.
Using all the track, Shay showing that he was the fastest one for a reason, but he's not losing Jason Phillips. Remember, less than 1/10 of a second in qualifying between 3 through 8.
Right now, Shea has got the fastest sector time in all but the final 2 sectors. Jason Phillips, sector 5, and Jamil Gummer in the final section. Almost 4/10 quicker. The end there, as Chase was mentioning, you really do have to cut across the grass there. It is very hard to get set up for the front straightaway if you do not aggressively hit the grass. So we'll see how everybody takes that.
15X will get you a drive-through. 20X will get you DQ'd. Chase Fincher, without qualifying, already up 4 spots. Whoa, we got it off just behind him.
Looks like Brian Coxon.
Oh no. Former champion kicking up the dirt onto the track. We'll see if he can get those spots back.
Yeah, a lot of race. Should be good. It's weird to see all of the different cars that these guys are driving. Luckily, Brian stuck to the McLaren, so that makes it easy for us. Steve Hansel in a yellow Corvette will be new.
The C8 Corvette looks absolutely beautiful. Riding with Jason Wahlberg, looking up at Jesse Coffey. Looking at like a 20-minute window for the GT3s before we start seeing pit cycles. And you can see on the track map, still not up to traffic yet. So we're great job by the GT4s to keep up with the pace.
Yeah, they got about a straightaway between the classes now. Take a look. Something might have happened to Rick Bundren here. Oh. Apologies. That's not the way we like that. Well, something happened to Rick Bundren. I'm not sure if he's okay or not. Looks like he's still running.
The GT4 class. Riding now. Yeah, down 11 spots. So from his starting position, he's definitely had it off, but he's got it back on the asphalt side. Looking good. He'll get it back together. Back with the GT3s now. This is Aaron Holroyd looking up at Walker McAnulty. 2 McLarens trying to hang on to it as they put the power down.
Yeah, Chase mentioning that this section coming up here being something that he felt was difficult for the McLaren to handle. This is a very strange setup for what feels like a sweeper, but then the angle of that turn is much different than you expected.
Whoa.
It was different than Walker expected.
Walker has a spin. Let's see if he can get it back together. Pointing the right direction before the GT4 field. He's going to be disappointed with that. He's going to have some making up to do as we see a replay. Oh, 2 tires.
Yeah, just a little bit of got a little touch of the grass.
Yep. A little hard on the loud pedal, and around she goes. Good job to get off the racing surface for the other drivers. He'll be back. We'll see some more of Walker before the season is over.
Yeah, never shies away from an aggressive strategy.
Here's the AM division, Ian Bakaitis, former champion, as he's chasing Dan Gish. Dan Gish in the McLaren. Oh, that's Landon Sprinkle. Still chasing Ron Kabiltis. All within a second. Sorry about the picture breakup, Laura. Doing the best we can. Sensory overload for iRacing for 43 car field. Shay McNeely has pulled out to 2.5 seconds over Jason Phillips and Jamil Gummer. Travis Rowe and Jack Lucas looking inside. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jack Lucas looking inside Travis Rowe. Can he make it stick as they go under the oval track?
Yeah, smart to back out of that there.
Yeah. Live to fight another day. You may have noticed the oval track that we're racing under, part of the Honda test track. This course was built by Honda, still owned by Honda in Japan, to do some testing for the then IndyCar Kart Series.
Yeah,
Hosted-
hopefully working well in testing so that the Honda MotoGP team can be competitive once again.
Even today, it hosts motorcycle racing, Super GT, Formula Nippon, Super Formula, MotoGP, Superbikes. Very big Honda heavy programs. And Japan race fans are amazing and very passionate about their sport. The track is in the middle of nowhere in Japan, so difficult to get to and from, but if you want to see something bad enough, you'll find a way. And the Japan fans, race fans love it. Sorry about the picture breakup. We're still working on it. I can tell you.
worries. Here, I've got it in the session here myself. So I'll just tell you what I see. Jason Phillips is just holding down his lines. He's currently second. He's now 3 seconds behind Shea McNeely. Again, we've seen with this class and with this length of race that pit strategy can be a change of a few 3 to 5 seconds, right? We've seen that wash come through, obviously incidents. And, you know, today we have a very new, very different experience in traffic that we haven't seen before. So the difference in speed will be very different here. The GT4 class, I think, will get very comfortable with being passed by faster traffic. So I think this is something that will be really good for, you know, all of our drivers here in the league, in this roster. And if you would like to join, midwest-motorsports.com, go in there, read the rules, sign up, pop in the Discord, say what's up, and you can race next week.
That's right. Entries are always open and always free. David Stark looking up. Chase Fincher in front already. He lights him up. David Stark lights him up. CJ Barzak gets around. There's Justin Thaler fighting with his boss, Justin Glickner, just ahead. So we're riding with David Stark. Looking awesome in that Audi. I gotta admit, I've always liked the Audis. Johan de Roy is back. How about that? Former Midwest Motorsports Road Series champion, Formula 3.
Yeah, great to see him here. He ran a couple races last season, incredibly fast driver. He's now in a battle with Chase Fincher, who started at the back of the field.
All the way up to inside the top 10 now for Chase. And Johan de Roy's not giving up, but he is definitely a smooth and clean and fair race driver. It's really glad to see Johan de Roy back.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, for a lot of the drivers, as far as tracks that we've been to, this might be one that is less familiar than most. to our drivers. A lot of people just buying this track, just getting used to it and learning it within the past week or two. And if you would load a session in and not go in and edit the weather, it would load in rain on the realistic weather. And people kept asking why it's raining. And it's like, well, that's that's realistic weather. It's raining there. So this track is obviously a bear right now, but in the weather, it is absolutely a titan to keep the car together and be patient, stay off these curbs. This track really just, the turns here are so varied, different approaches, but being smooth, getting on power, braking smooth, very difficult now, especially difficult in the rain at this track.
Our Midwest Motorsports drivers are handling it like pros as we see sand being thrown up. There's a battle just behind Johan with Justin Glickner and Justin Thaler. We're doing our best with the stream. Thanks to everybody for bearing with us. We're broadcast PC is smoking. Fire coming out.
We've got 43 cars, and of course, this is also a twin ring, so it's a track with multiple layouts. So always have to have your biggest field on the tracks that require the most memory to run. So really a test of the machine, but I have my own hassles with the machine, getting my own PC set up. So luckily my PC is running smoothly now. So we'll have to figure out what we can do to help the stream PC. But we're seeing a very clean race here. I mean, we've really only seen a few incidents at this point.
I'm not surprised. These guys really work together. The Discord chat is crazy with support and tips for everybody. Everybody knows everybody. Never met any strangers in the race. So we're all friends. We're all here for the same time to have a good time and enjoy it. And that's the goal and that's the mission. Nobody's too hard on each other. Steve Hansel in the pits.
Yeah,
looks like he has damage on the nose.
Yeah, the front end is missing. Unfortunately, that's a brand new customer Corvette for Steve, so that's not a great way to start out with the budget for Team Steve. Hopefully some of the fees that he gets for updating the website from Eric and Justin will help pay for that.
Justin Glickner has got around Justin Thaler as they're now in lap traffic. Once again, for the first time, we're seeing mixed class racing as they go around GT4 car. And Justin Thaler trying to use that traffic to get around his boss. You can see that white Ford Mustang. You could probably hear it coming, like you said, Adam, before you see it. Justin
Glickner, it looks like
there.
Justin's trying to bump draft here, so it looks like Justin wants to take Justin to the front.
My guess is Justin is going to finish ahead of Justin on this one.
Yeah, we've seen Justin wreck Justin before.
Right.
So Justin should be careful because Justin's coming for him.
I do like the Midwest Motorsports logo there on the side pods of that McLaren on Glickner's as they go through the chicane up the hill.
Pack is still very much together. This is, I guess, the second pack there. The first three, and then Jason Wahlberg have broke out just a bit from this group, but we're starting to see now that Shea McNeely is starting to mix in with the GT4 traffic. So
This is chaos. What do you do, Adam? Where do you look? If you're a GT4, you're looking at the relative, or you're looking at out the windshield?
You look at your line. You run your line and you run your race. League ambassador and amazing human Christopher Hopper posted a reminder for drivers in the channel. A little locker room leadership there from Hopper. You know, if you're a GT3, be polite. they're doing their race. They're going to get out of your way. If you're a GT4, run your line. Don't do anything unpredictable. Let Travis, let Jason Wahlberg, let them get around you. They'll find the speed. They've got so much more power in these GT3 machines. They will get around you and they can go offline and figure out how to do that. So run your race, stay on your line. If you need to do something weird, get on the radio and tell people you're going to pull over to the right after this turn onto the front straight. So they know that. Right there you see you got to get wide here to take that to set up for this. Looks like, yeah, see there you see Travis Rowe is just going to let him do that. And then right there, easy enough, that Porsche GT4 does not have the get up and go to be a factor for those GT3s on that front stretch. So you're going to get your passes. Everybody else has to make them the same way. So the time gained and loss is, up to you how you're going to make that.
Jason Wahlberg, I think is being very courteous there to Travis Rowe, just behind Jamil Gummer that we're watching, and see Jason Wahlberg in the orange Acura now gets side by side with
Travis blocking the inside there on this turn. You really get a pretty decent run for this being a big sweeper. That banking angle of camber, whatever you want to call it, of that turn allows you to go flat out, especially in this GT3.
Seeing the Acuras for the first time. We're
Sorry.
riding with them now. It's all good. Sorry if you're the blinking is bothering you. It's not stopping these guys from putting on a great show. As Jason Wahlberg continues to put the pressure on Travis Rowe, once again not taking advantage of the traffic, although I think he could have more than once. Good show. As you were mentioning, Adam, the top 6 cars all within now it's the top 4 cars within 10 seconds, as we see Christopher Hopper. This is a great GT4 battle here.
Yeah.
Christopher Hopper in the purple Porsche with Ian Bakaitis and
Dan Gish.
Dan Gish still. What an awesome race.
Yeah, 3 cars using all of the track. I think one of the concerns of leaving the GT4 to go to only, or not only, but to running a mixed class was that these GT4 cars produced amazing racing for us last season, both within their classes and outside of the classes. So, but it looks like we're going to have some great racing. I think that something we might see is with the traffic, it might bring and keep the packs more together than we saw in the GT4s. So the hope is that difficulty level means that, now as a GT4 driver, you can try to get a pass on another guy you've been working on because you can take advantage of the GT3 traffic. So there's new wrinkles here for these guys to learn. And some of these guys maybe haven't ran a lot of multi-class racing. I know a lot of people were running the Roar and events at Daytona Road Course there, and the recently this week. So some people should be practiced up pretty well. This might be a less chaotic session than people saw on officials. Saw a lot of our drivers being taken out, but good to see everybody racing here. It's great to see how this is working. I mean, if you look right now, almost 70% of our cars are on the front are on this back stretch.
Jason Wahlberg following Travis Rowe, still under the oval track through the double left. And the pit window is open, and as I say that, Jason Phillips comes in from P2 while Shea McNeely stays out. Also, Travis Rowe, Jesse Coffey, Chase Fincher in the pits. So the pit lane chaos has started. Very tricky little chicane on the way into the pits. A little confusing maybe to some, blend on the exit of the pits as well. So we'll see how that plays out. Shea McNeely stays out, doing the overcut, going as long as he can, being as the leader. And he has clean air ahead. See if the undercut pays off. Jamil Gummer in the Acura.
So it looks
Doing
like
great.
Jason Phillips and Travis Rowe, Chase Fincher, Francis already out of the pit. I assume. Not sure why. Is that a long stop
Jesse.
for Jesse?
Yeah. Coming up on a minute, maybe doing some repairs.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hopefully everything's okay on his machine. He was right there. Yeah, as you can see here on our track map, here's where the lead 5 shook out after those pit stops.
Here comes Shea into the pits for his stop. That's going to put Jamil in. We'll see if he stops now or he stays out. He stays out. Jason Wahlberg comes in. We'll see where Jason comes out in relation to his battle with Travis Rowe. We'll keep an eye on that. Shea finds his pit box. His mechanics go to town.
Yeah, a lot of takers there coming in with Shea. That's an active pit lane.
Jamil Gummer and John Daniels, only ones. Oh, Brian Coxon left to take their stop. Shea McNeely comes out in front. Where's Jason Phillips? There he is, 10 seconds back.
Yeah, obviously must have been some
Big gap.
different strategies in pit stop.
4 seconds difference between Jason and Shea. It may be finding your box. Not sure what the difference in 2 and 4 is on tire differential, but we'll see. Thanks again to everybody joining us on YouTube. It's great to see you. Thanks for bearing with us on the frame rate drop here. We will continue to work on it as the season goes on, but we're happy to have everybody here. Don't forget to give us a like while you're here. Jamil Gummer, is he going to come in this time as he's winding it out? Before his stop, he was P3 in the pits. The GT4 battle still goes on. Looks like Landon Sprinkle has got around Ron Kabiltis. And Shea continues to work around his GT4 traffic.
Seeing something happen to Jesse Coffee. Oh, just
Around he
overcooked
goes.
it.
Very similar to Walker McNulty earlier.
Yeah, and you know, that's what Chase was saying, that is a sweeping turn that you kind of have to hustle the car to get through quickly or you're going to lose time. And yeah, if you get on the power a little too early, that's what you might see. It is difficult to stay on there, and it's also easy to dip a tire off the other side. It's a terrifying place to go around as well because everybody else is coming through there. There's not really another line that people are going to be on.
You can really see the tire dust being kicked back on the track. As here we are with Nicholas Aslan, P4.
Yeah, you
and
can
P4.
see right there in that final turn, all the rocks and gravel thrown onto the front straight. People are attacking that inside corner there in the grass. of course, that's part of the reason why the stream PC is mad at us, because it has to figure out how to render all those pebbles and rocks.
Screaming. This is a battle for position, the podium. In the GT4s. Nicholas Aslan in the black and red, maroon, I guess, Mercedes. Exalta Mercedes, number 48. Winner from the preseason race. Looking good. Ron Kabiltas and Landon Sprinkle still under a second between them as well. That's for the lead of the GT4s as they're coming up on their pit window, coming up on halfway through the race. 1 stop for the GT4s, 2 stops for the GT3s. Jamil Gummer has come out of the pits ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's Christopher Hopper and Ian Bakaitis. This is also for position. What a battle. Christopher Hopper in the 69. Purple Porsche looking up at Ian Bakaitis.
Yeah,
Tell you what-
it's really hard to hold the inside there on that right hander, because you do need to be over to get maximum speed, and also just to have the angle to get on to the rumble strip there and stay on, as you see who's working through these guys here.
Shay.
The leader, Shea McNeely.
Yeah.
So here the leader, a little jealous of the action going on here, and see that as he gets a real slick split there, takes a tighter inside line because he's got more downforce in that car and also more power to get off the line. So cool to see him work through traffic here. These guys can continue their battle. They haven't fully gotten away from Kevin Bridges. No, was it Kevin Bridges, or was it Dan Gish is with them? So Dan Gish is still there behind him, just a little bit back now. So
Travis Rowe and Jason Wahlberg continue their incredible fight. There's battles everywhere, up and down the track, not to mention traffic. You could see the M&Ms up on the track map going nuts.
yeah, we're gonna try to get the PC squared away there for a minute, but while you're here, while we're all here, I mean, it's just welcome back to Midwest Motorsports Road Series. It is now season 8. We're happy to have you. If you are a road racer or would like to be a road racer, this is a great place to learn and to improve. The drivers here are super helpful, friendly with each other. The faster guys will help you figure out how to get faster, share telemetry with you, give you information. The guys that are getting past want to get out of your way and they don't want to ruin your wreck. So really ruin your night, not your wreck, but really great league. Everybody here is excited. That's why we have 43 cars here that entered and started tonight. So join in and put strain on the Stream PC if you want to, or if you'd rather race ovals, we've got Friday night trucks, and we also have Sunday night Cup Series. So you can do it all here.
Midwest-motorsports.com is the home for Midwest Motorsports. You can check out all the rules and the times there.
And where can they hear the podcast?
And the podcast Monday nights at 8 p.m. The Cool Down Lap, hosted by Ant Caster, Justin Thaler, and myself, with special guests. We have a couple of guests lined up in the near future. You can check out previous episodes. And don't forget to subscribe while you're there. You can be reminded of when the next Cool Down Lap episode is going to be. Every Monday nights at 8 p.m. So just looking at timing, Adam, you can see that Jamil Gummer jumped Jason Phillips during that pit cycle.
Yeah.
So that's a nice, interesting battle. I'll have to catch up on. And also, if you see the tower, Chase Fincher has made it all the way up to P6 after starting dead last. But here's Jamil Gummer in the purple and yellow Acura, number 10, hauling the mail. Can he catch Shea McNeely? It was more than 10 seconds at the pit cycles, and now we have one more pit stop to go. Can he make up some more time? Good looking Acura, number 10.
Yeah, it's a really fun car to drive. I have really enjoyed it.
If you can see Justin Thaler and Johan DeRoy, maybe.
Yeah, you can see here the time that Jamil Gummer has picked up on Jason Phillips over the past couple laps. Got about half a second ahead there in that time. Slowly starting to work his way closer to Shea McNeely, now within about 6.5 seconds. Shea's still putting down very fast laps.
And he's working through traffic. Ebb and flow, you just have to be patient. Get it where you can. Looks like Shea is not in traffic, so that's...
No, he's got clean air on his nose. His chance to run some air through that radiator to his Porsche engine. Got a new leader in AM after the pit cycle. Notice that the GT4 cars were able to get about 3 or 4 laps further than the GT3s.
They haven't pit yet. Well, Miller and Bacaitis, the top 4 AMs have not pitted yet. GT4s have not pitted yet. They're definitely going to stop soon. Ron Kabiltas has made his pit stop. He's good to go. As Miller finally comes in, very near the end of the pit road, he's got to be on E. We'll see where he comes out in relation to Ron Kabiltas. There's the first one to make his pit stop. And that looks like a Travis Rowe lookalike. Who's up at Iran? It's Kevin Bridges. In the 47.
Oh, no. Oh, he's going to
Goes
pit.
into the
Okay.
pit. Yep. Around. And Chet Miller is on his exit.
Rick Bundering going to pit.
Kabiltas comes out in front, from what I see. What a battle. There's Miller in the back. The cyan and blue or black. 4 seconds back. So good move for Ron Kabiltas. Undercut. Maybe traffic played a part. He dropped the track map to see if the glitching would stop a little bit. Not convinced, but we'll give it a go here for a little bit. Who knows? Look at this. Ron Kabiltas chasing Ian Bacaitis for now, but Ian Bacaitis has not made his pit stop yet. It'll be the last one to make his stop in the GT4s. as he's got a McLaren GT3 stalking him. Ron Kubiltas gives him the opportunity to go. Great job there. If you want to position your car just right and let that GT3 driver know, hey, let me get through this corner and then I'll let you go. Great job of driving here by Ron. Last season's champion. Mission 22 GT4 comes in. He was P4, I believe.
He's in the lead currently, but he had yet to stop.
Yep. He
He's
comes
now.
out.
Yeah, he went almost 2 laps longer than everybody else, but Miller. Trying that overcut. Little less
Looks like we have
take on.
might have a three-way battle there for the GT3s. And Phillips, Rowe, and Wahlberg, yep. And look at Chase Fincher, the red and white McLaren lurking in the back. So this is 3 manufacturers, 3 very fast drivers. 1 step off the podium. This is 4, 5, and 6. With 1 more pit stop for each of them. Intense battles up and down the field. It's hard to know where to watch. Adam, you're doing a great job doing the cameras and commentary. I don't know how you do it all.
3
Appreciate it
monitors.
very much. Get your own triple setup comes in handy.
That's right. Pulled the sim seat out of out of the triple stand and pulled up a chair.
Awesome. And these guys are not very far at all from Jason Phillips, just in front of Travis Thoreau there.
No,
So this race is far from over.
only about a second up the road here.
Here goes Chase Fincher inside in the braking zone. Hard on the brakes. And he's through. Jason Wahlberg allows him to go through. And maybe now he can follow The Rock. Who's on the side of Chase Fincher's car? I forget. They told us in the chat. Sorry.
He has DJ Khaled, and it says who famously says another one, but it says another 1X, or at least that was last time. Now his new car here, the GT3, I believe has Jeff Goldblum. And this is a Jurassic Park homage here on Chase's car.
Roger that. That might be for his kids. Who knows? Might be for him. There, you can see him.
I think it's for him. I'm pretty sure it says "Hold on to your butts." Yeah,
Very
it says
nice.
"Hold on to your butts" on his wings. So I think this is for Chase.
That's awesome as he comes up on some GT4 traffic. Here we go. Jack Lucas in a battle with Justin Glickner. This is for position. That paint on Jack Lucas' car looks awesome, as well as Glickner. So many good paints. And there's Justin Thaler just up the road as well with Johan de Roy. This is a GT3 battle for position. Johan de Roy sticking his nose. Justin Thaler doing a great job of defending against the alien, as he was known in previous seasons. So it's great to see Justin Thaler having a good run in the Dark Horse Mustang with Johan de Roy in his slipstream with Glickner and Lucas closing behind. Justin Thaler holding a nice tight line there, giving Johan de Roy no chance. Johan de Roy very patient, just applying pressure. Will Justin Thaler crack under pressure? As we know, we still have 1 pit stop to go. Pit strategy going to do it thing. That Mustang looks awesome. I love seeing the GT3 cars on track.
Yeah, the Mustangs are cool. Real low, throaty, nice sound. For my money, not as nice as the Lexus RCF. I'm scared to lose that beautiful Toyota V8. Potentially, we'll see what how the new car is, but there's something that outdated platform really does for me.
The ground pounders.
Hmm. I mean, even a street model RCF, whenever one passes me here in the streets of Chicago, I stop and listen.
Yes, sir. You can throw a blanket over all 4 of these cars. Is thank you. Great job, Adam. Going back with CJ Barzak, trying to figure his way around Aaron Holroyd. Great to see Aaron Holroyd's great racer in his own right. And the GT3s, also really good on the ovals as well. But these guys doing the roar earlier, and now the getting ready for the iRacing 24 Hours of Daytona.
Yeah, good to see Aaron coming in here racing on the roadside. Aaron was doing commentary a season and 2 ago. So now good to see him back in the league running the roadside.
For sure. A lot of respect for Aaron. Big help. Miss him. Congratulations, Aaron. We're glad to see you doing well. Lucas still hunting Glickner. Looks like Thaler has pulled away from Johan just a little bit as we see tires smoke from a car up ahead. Great job of the GT4s to move over just enough to let the GT3 battles through. Super respectful driving. 77, I believe that's Kevin Mayer. He's coming up on more. Johan de Roy. Traffic now helped him separate just a little bit.
Hello to Pablo Araya. Looks like they're watching along before their plane takes off, so you don't know where you might find this Midwest Motorsports YouTube stream.
Hey, Pablo. Have a great trip. We miss you.
The wife. Add her to the Discord. She's family.
That's right. We're all Midwest Motorsports family. Thanks for joining us as we have under 15 minutes to go now. And at least one more stop. They're going to need at least a splash. 13 minutes, 45 seconds remaining.
It's like, oh, yeah. Jason Phillips, David Stark, Travis Rowe right here. And here's Justin and Justin.
Glickner gets around Taylor.
Doesn't matter where they are. They're together. These 2 cars very different from their GT4 Caymans.
Thaler must have had a slip up or mistake as he pokes his nose out, decides not to go hard in the braking zone. Maybe just see if he can intimidate Glickner into a mistake. Some serious mind games going on. These are for bragging rights all week. These guys work together and race together. Nice and smooth.
Looks like they go to the same rim shop.
They get their hair cut together. They get their nails done. Mani-pedi together.
I could use that.
Justin and Justin. Best friends for life. Chase Fincher is on his way out of the pits for his final stop.
And Jason Phillips
Is he
went in
coming
a
out?
lap before, so he's going to make his way out before Jason Phillips.
Oh my gosh. Chase Fincher, worst to first almost.
He's got to pick his way through some cars here.
Is he going to be on the podium? Look at this freight train of cars, 43 cars filling up the 2.5 miles of Twin Ring Motegi.
It would be a great story, but he's got about 38 seconds and only about 11 minutes to do it.
I think everybody in front of him still has to stop, so
Yeah.
he's going to be in there with Jamil Gummer and Shea McNeely as he's winding his way through number 72. I will get more familiar with these paints. That's Justin Shoup. Thank you, Justin. You got some more cars coming behind you, but keep doing your thing. That Miami paint job from Justin Shoup looks pretty awesome. Stand out in the crowd, that's for sure.
Yeah, no boring liveries. If you're in the league and you're listening to this, you don't know how to paint your car, ask somebody. Gotta make these things look good.
David Stark getting it twisted, following Travis Rowe. And where is Jason Wahlberg in relation to that battle? We were watching earlier. Jason Stark comes in. David Stark, sorry.
Yeah, he's gotten around Jason Phillips.
He did. Wow. Attaboy, Jason. Wait, Jason passes Jason.
Yeah,
Sounds the same, only spelled different.
and don't look now, but they're only separated by Travis Rowe. So Jason and Jason and Justin hopefully won't be in a four-way battle for the win, because then we'll be in trouble.
Plus 14 for Chase Fincher. Up to P4. Still behind Shea McNeely. Let's see where Jamil Gummer comes out. But right now, Jamil's in the lead, and we're watching Jason Wahlberg try to make ground, but he's definitely in front of Jason Phillips. Wonder what that
his Acura should know just how to run this track.
Jason Phillips lost 3 seconds on that pit cycle, so that's how he got around Jason Wahlberg. A 10.5 second pit stop, fastest pit stop of the cycle so far, other than David Stark at a 9.8 for David Stark. Does it come around number 52 in the GT4s? Kyle Ryan. Thank you, Kyle. Good on you, buddy. Brian
Yeah, I
Cox
don't know what it is. I could sit and watch these cars filter in and out of class on these passes all day long. Just beautiful to see this come in. It's great to see. I think we're seeing strong racing here already, and you know, the first full actual season race. And even I think last week on the preseason race, everybody felt they had great racing. So I think that's wonderful. I think that we can safely attribute the competition to the drivers here in the league, and not necessarily have to worry too much about the equipment.
We haven't seen almost no contact. I'm not sure if we can go to Travis Rowe as he's approaching Jason Phillips just behind that battle, but oh my goodness, we've seen almost no contact at all, even as the mixed class goes through traffic, as Travis Rowe has fought so hard, smooth, consistent. I'm really liking this Porsche for the season manufacturer so far. That's going to be my story, is the Porsche performance, especially over the long 60-minute race. So we're approaching 7 minutes remaining. Jamil Gummer, the only one waiting to make his pit stop. We're watching the battle of Travis Rowe getting power down. Has he been able to save enough tires to have an advantage over Jason Phillips as he comes in side by side? He's at the bumper. Jason Phillips.
Oh, he's
Please
gonna get. He
roam.
should get a nice drive off that.
It's a drag race. Jason Phillips does a great job putting the power down as they go downhill now, but Travis Rowe in the slipstream. The race is winding down. Jamil Gummer's in for his final pit stop. Is he going to come out ahead of Chase Fincher for second? I believe Shea had it covered by about 7 seconds earlier. Only 5, but here we go. Lap traffic coming ahead. Is that Jason Phillips goes right to break the slipstream advantage and hold his line as they go around a GT4 car. Well, I believe that's Michael Samia in the Google Maps car. Thank
That's
you,
right.
Michael, for holding your line. Nice
Great.
work. You can see that.
Great racer in the Oval Series.
Winner, chicken dinner. No, the winner was Michael Samia.
Yeah, another
Awesome.
guy coming over from the Oval Series and a recent winner as well. Nick Aslin.
That's right. Ian Bakaitis behind him in the Mission 22. BMW stalking. This is for position 4.
Chase Fincher has
Traffic.
worked his way up into third. Working on the inside of Christopher Hopper. Landon Sprinkle behind him.
That's a good battle as well. Jason Wahlberg not quite up to the pace of Chase Fincher. Not sure if Chase can chase down second place Jamil Gummer 4 seconds up the road.
He's
Might have to concentrate.
after the stops, he's down to 10 seconds. So thought maybe the stop would shave about 20 seconds or so, and if he's picking up a couple seconds a lap, that's brought him down pretty close here. Looks like they're slowly gaining.
Yeah, Jamil had a 5 second slower lap that last lap. So that was not a pit lap. That was definitely a mistake from Jamil Gummer. Cost him 5 seconds with under 5 minutes to go. So that's going to be costly. Here we are in another GT4 battle with Ian Silva, the Aussie.
Yeah, working on Taylor Montague.
Shout out to Taylor Montague. We haven't seen him today. It's great to see the returning Midwest Motorsports GT4s as Ian Silva gets by Taylor.
Didn't
Taylor
know news
fight
of
back.
the New York Islanders have made it all the way over there yet, but good to see it. Probably still watching the Hartford Whalers. But again, here, I mean, we're looking at this is a battle for 12th position in the AM field in GT4, and you know, these guys have 3 minutes left and a race.
They are racing on hard 60 minutes. Sweat dripping down their eyes. Hard to pay attention. Especially with GT3 cars coming through the field, like you mentioned. That's Aaron Holroyd in the Manscaped McLaren. Nice and smooth. A clean shave for Aaron Holroyd as he goes by Ian Silva.
Yeah, we've seen him a couple times get his mustache out and make some space in the corners. It's like Justin's put a little bit of a gap on Justin.
Here's Kyle Ryan, the AM driver in the blue and purple, getting a bump draft from Kevin Bridges. And he
And
pushed them. That's the bump and run.
Well, we've
Yeah,
got
baby.
another matchy here.
He's blinking.
Yeah, this they might have a fight in the pits here. Our first
You
ever.
dirty dog. I
usually,
love it.
usually the fights are reserved for the short track, but
CJ Barzak's twin brother, Kyle Ryan. Good on you, Kyle.
yeah, some of these guys brought their friends and made some new ones. So we'll have to see if we can get the Justins by the end of the season to run a matching paint.
Trying to keep us confused. Whose side are you on, Adam?
Well, I think they just need to admit that they're attached. I think
That's all right.
think we should make them a livery from the top down where it looks like like the friendship heart, and the car
there you
goes together and makes a heart. So
Brilliant.
as they're side by side in the turns.
Under a minute to go now. Shea McNeely 7 seconds, then 3 more seconds back to Chase Fincher. And I'm not sure that's going to happen in the final lap. We'll see if we can get him coming across the line. Jason Phillips and Travis Rowe. There's Shea. From the pole to the win, is he going to get one more lap as he's coming up?
Looks like it. Yeah, he's just taken this lap. I haven't
It's
seen White.
It's going to be the checkered. I think this is going to be the checkered. I don't think he can get back. Still has to go through the motorcycle. Winding S's as they finish the lap. Once again, thanks to everybody for joining us on the stream. Don't forget to give us a like while you're here. It really helps, lets us know you appreciate us. But Shea McNeely, from start to finish,
Didn't own this track 3 hours ago.
like a pro. Shea McNeely, your winner. Great run, untouchable tonight. Starts the season off right, maybe even a 0x bonus as well. Jamil Gummer comes across the line for second. Congratulations, Jamil. Hard fought battle, up 2 spots. An unbelievable run for Chase Fincher. Here's Travis Rowe right behind Jason Phillips. In the battle for the AM division, go ahead and call it, Adam.
Just a slight lead there still as they rush to the line here.
They make it through. AM division winner is Ron Kabiltis. There's Justin and Justin. Oh, there he is. Congratulations, Ron. Take it away, Adam. I'm going to go try to find some interviews for us.
Yeah, beautiful. Great finish for Geyer here, new joining the league. Nick Aslin with 4th, just slightly back there from making it on the podium, or and challenging for that position. Brian Coxon 7th here, so great run for a lot of guys. Great to see this race run so smooth. So we see Francis Faustino here, still working his way down the back stretch. Battles kind of broke up here by the end. But we have 40 cars in this, so still a little time for everybody to finish. But beautiful racing tonight. We didn't see anything that looked out of sorts. Just great, competent race here. Everybody did well. This is the first race of GT3 and GT4 officially in this league. And I think that we really saw great driving from both classes, people driving within their own abilities, and battles in both divisions. That was really cool to see. So great race here. Really excited about this season and the skill that we've seen and the battles we've seen put here on the track. Take a look at the results here. Shea McNeely, your winner here in the new GT3 Pro division. From start to finish, he was out there leading the way. So that was great to see. him return and run the track this well. Jameel Gummer second, great run for Jameel. Chase Fincher starting at the back of the field, made it all the way up to third, just not enough time to get any closer to the top of the podium. Jason Phillips, confident run, looked like something delayed him in a pit stop a little slow. Travis Rowe, Brian Coxon, Justin Glickner, Justin Thaler, unable to get past Justin Glickner, Jack Lucas, CJ Barzak, David Stark, Aaron Holroyd, John Daniels, Jesse Coffey, Francis Faustino, and Steve Hansel. So that rounds out your GT3 Pro division. And here we have our overall GT4 winners. Ronald Cabiltes continuing the great run from last year. Miller second, Geyer third, Nick Aslin in fourth, just behind there coming through. Ian Bakaitis, Christopher Hopper, Dan Gish, Landon Sprinkle, Jackson, Kyle Ryan, Kevin Bridges, and Ian Silva. Taylor Montague 13th, Justin Shoup 14th, Brian Sarton, Matt Collada, Rick Bundren, Norm Snyder, Andrew Miller, John Aslin, Michael Samia, and Gerard Rupert. Welcome back, Gerard. James, who'd you find?
What an incredible race, man. I'm so grateful to be here with Midwest Motorsports 43 cars tonight. And we have our GT4 winner, Ron Cabiltes, with us. Hey, way to go, champ. You started the season off like you finished last season. Congratulations on a great race. What did you see out there?
Awesome, thanks. Yeah, it was fun. Definitely multi-class racing is definitely super fun. And yeah, I'm glad that yeah, happy for the win. Good to start off the first season or the eighth season strong.
You had some really close races there with, I think it was Miller and Geyer were not far behind you. Lost the lead just before the pit stop. How hard was it to get it back and let it rip?
Yeah, I had a I knew going into the race, my plan, I looked at Landon's time. I knew Landon was quick. So my plan was to, try to get in front of Landon on qualifying, and then I know that we're very similar in pace, so I try to just keep him behind me since we're very close in pace. And then yeah, I had a little mistake there, so Landon overtook me, and then he pit first, and then I pit the next lap after, but then I didn't see Landon, so I don't know what happened to him afterwards.
Right on. Did you have any trouble with GT3 cars getting through? I mean, from what we saw, I don't think we saw any contact from either same class or different class. The first time we've had a point scoring race with mixed class. Tell us what that was like.
Yeah, I think everyone was super respectful. Shout out to Hopper keeping us all in line with his reminders. But yeah, I didn't get any contacts or anything from the GT3s and the pros. They're very respectful. I would try to give them some space, and then they would give us some space too, as when they were passing. So I think it worked out pretty well.
Congratulations on a great win starting the season off. You got qualifying points and overall race points. Congratulations again, Ron. We'll look for you next week.
All right, thanks, man.
That's your GT4 winner, Ron Cabiltes. And now we have the pole sitter from the pole to the top step of the podium, Shay McNeely in the GT3. Congratulations on a great race, Shay. Talk us through your race, man.
Thank you. It went pretty good. I honestly didn't expect to be here even at the race at all.
How quick or what time did you have the track installed?
So Brian Coxon actually bought me the track exactly an hour before race start, and that's all the practice I got for this track. So I'd never even seen the track map before. So, I mean, everything all at once.
What can you say? That's something you might see here in Midwest Motorsports That's great. But yeah, awesome run. Looked like the entire race you were in control and you felt confident. What were you looking for in this race?
Honestly, just a strong start. I thought I was going to be more down in, fourth, fifth. I didn't think I'd be putting it on pole and taking it all the way home. I was actually kind of halfway through the race trying to set the goal that I'd get an incidentless race, but a silly mistake on my end erased that, unfortunately.
It
That's
happens.
that's a shame. But it's hard to win the race and have that incident, but we'll take the small victories where we can, right?
That's right.
You were pulling away from Jason Phillips pretty well, and then Jamil Gummer in the Acura wasn't too far behind. Do you ever feel pressure? And then also talk me through what it was like going through some of the GT4 traffic.
I was actually pulling on Gummer for a while, and obviously pulling on Phillips in the beginning. It was really the what would you say, the traffic that made me start falling back. I got kind of lazy towards the end and just wasn't paying attention to braking points, just braking super early, trying to keep it safe, and that cost me time in the end. But I think if I'd been pushing the whole time, I would have ended up forcing myself into a mistake. So I'd say it worked out just how I'd want it to.
Yeah, just as you wrote it up. Congrats again on max points, pretty much. What do you think we're going to see next week at Zolder?
Same thing again, of course.
You at least have this track. It was on the schedule last season, right?
Oh yes, sir, I do.
Right on, Adam. You got anything else for our winner?
No, excited for more. Great racing tonight across both classes. The multi-class blend between the switch of AM and Pro appeared to work pretty well. Everybody looked like they handled staying on their lines and driving well. How do you think the GT4 class did?
Sorry, this one's for me.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think no. I think the GT4 class, in terms of being respectful of each other's classes, I think tonight went really good. I don't think it could have been any better, honestly. I never had any like egregious run-ins with anybody where it was just like, they're not getting out of the way or they're making it hard on me. So I think everybody did a really good job.
Agreed.
I'm right with you, just like everybody else, man. And congrats on an incredible, dominating performance, starting the season off right. We'll look for you next week at Circuit Zolder. Congrats again, Shay.
Thanks very much, guys. Have a good night.
Chocolate milk for you and Brian, right? Are you splitting it or?
Yeah, we'll be splitting it tonight.
All right. Congrats once again. See you, Shay.
See ya.
That is your winner, Brian Coxon's roommate and winner Shay McNeely. Adam, that was an incredible way to start the season, man. I can't ask for anything more than that.
Yeah, I feel great about this season. The racing we just saw tonight was awesome. The racing we saw in the preseason was awesome. I can only imagine that we're going to have some great moments here over this season, especially as we get into rain races where wet weather is guaranteed and also endurance races. So a lot more to come. This should be a great group of guys and group back of cars to see go out through the season.
Incredible mixed class racing is what you get at midwest-motorsports.com. You can sign up anytime. Entries are always free, always open for the whole team of admins that make Midwest Motorsport the awesome league that it is, the fastest growing iRacing league on the world, according to my research. Thanks to the broadcast team, including Josh Watt, for running the stream.
And I approve of this message.
Adam, had a great time. I'm James J, reminding you to stay in your lane. We'll see you next week at Zolder, Tuesday, 7 p.m.